Cracking the seltzy. Whoa!
Oh, we got a fresh seltz over
Juice
here.
flowing.
Welcome to Characters. Welcome.
Let me get ahead of this real quick. Justin, are you wearing some type of Garfield shirt?
It's great. The color scheme is correct, but no, this is a dinosaur. This is a.
No, now I can see it.
So like
Look at that sweet dino.
Dinosaur.
Yeah. Glad we're kicking it off with some heat.
Throw that back up there. Sarah, were you were here last week, right, Sarah? Or were you not?
No, I wasn't. I copped out big time.
The discourse last week was that I had found a comic strip that proves that John Arbuckle can self-suck.
Oh, yeah, he absolutely can. He can eat his own ass for sure.
And so
eating his own ass as well. We didn't even cover that.
It's true. And so the argument, Sarah, which I would be interested to hear your opinion is that we've proven that he can self-suck, but then the second part of the argument is John Arbuckle the type of person who would self-suck?
Right. And when Eric says discourse, it's a loose meaning of the word discourse.
It's me talking at a wall.
Absolutely. But Justin, you allowed it, so you're just as responsible.
Yeah.
Yes, I am complicit in this.
From what I remember, he goes on a lot of bad dates, so I'm going to say yes. And I'm also going to challenge you. Would you never, if you were able?
Would I never?
Mazel.
No, that's not that. If I could self-suck, you would never see me again.
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring.
Right. You would never see my ass again. My nickname would be the human donut. I would be fucking balls deep in my own mouth 25/7.
Wow.
I would find me in a bathtub because I would have accidentally drowned myself.
I really think we should start over.
No, yeah. Can we go live? The comments lighting up. Oh no! Oh, we're doing this again. Cool. TV. And we're not necessarily doing this again.
Well,
just because we literally started here.
Slightly related.
Yes.
So
slightly related? Okay.
So earlier I was self-sucking. No. Earlier I was having some fun alone time, and my cat sat on my chest. Now, let me just ask, is that okay? Is that weird?
Well, no. Well, the question is, what happened after? Did you finish cranking it with your cat on your chest, or did we stop?
Look,
I think yeah, Eric, you got to read the tea leaves here. It was clearly implied that it was not a stop.
I can only push her off so many times.
Okay.
Boy.
There's a consent issue with you and your cat that needs to be talked about.
100%. And also the fact that the cat is repeatedly joining you feels like there's everyone knows what's going on in this room.
She's a kitten and she loves me.
Wow.
God, we are never this sexual.
Oh, that's so funny. Hitman Hudson can confirm this channel is huge in the Austin area trans community. Hitman Hudson, thank you so much for being here. That is fucking awesome.
Shouts to Austin. Shouts to Hitman Hudson.
We appreciate your support. Honestly, Eric's self-sucking is the least surprising revelation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. Great.
And Eric, you're sort of making a case that you're John Arbuckling yourself. You pushed this narrative. You pushed this narrative on us.
Yeah, this is the other one, Sarah. I don't know if you've seen this before, but I use this as proof. John Arbuckle in this scene accidentally drinks dog cum. That is a real comic strip where John Arbuckle drinks dog cum from 1990.
Ew.
That's the reaction we never got last week. We really needed that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Put a stop to it.
Is it gross when an animal's involved with lewd? Is that weird?
Welcome to Characters Welcome, the show where we get into light animal sexual relations. And always, I'm not talking about you, Sarah. I'm talking about John Arbuckle drinking dog semen.
That happened, I guess.
It's called
it was a night. You know what? It was the 90s.
Okay. It was the 90s. That was a common thing. All the high-end restaurants, everyone was having a little cum at the palate.
Yeah, Quaaludes and jizz is the story of it's the I love the 90s story for sure.
Yeah, each one's I love the 90s. So much cum. Okay, great. Guys, my kids are sleeping one room away from here. They love the show. This is Characters Welcome, the show where we bring characters to you digitally around the world, round the clock, round about now.
Yeah. And you know what? You're probably here and you're like, what the hell's going on? Let's figure. Oh no, Jorge.
What?
Hold on. We're gonna hold for 2 minutes for some tech related issues, and let's shoot the shit for another second.
No.
What else is going on with y'all? Anything fun or exciting? Justin, you were telling me about running the marathon, possibly.
We were talking. Eric was talking about his latest treadmill splits on his his indoor race course, essentially, that he's running. I also am a runner. I run a lot, and my wife as well. And we were talking about doing the New York Marathon next week.
And did you see the marathon this past Sunday?
I didn't see it in person. My wife had a friend in the marathon, went to it, and then jumped in and ran in it for a little bit.
Just did it.
Just like joined.
Yes,
that's what we discussed that, and it's not technically allowed. They stop people from doing that at certain points, but it is like you in a lot of places there are no barriers. You can just jump in.
Right.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
And it was funny.
Your
she was
random
saying
number on your
because,
chest.
Yeah, you got to really play the part. No, she jumped in at a point like halfway through, so she was like trying to meet her friend to catch up with her. And so she's like racing through everybody, and everyone's like, "Yeah, hit your stride!"
Oh my
God. And she's like sort of hesitant, but then like taking the high fives, like, "Yeah, I'm really feeling that." I was like, "You're bullshit. You go in there and
so
Terminator it in the middle of the marathon."
Terminator it. That's what I like. So you run just to run. Yeah, we run just.
I love to run. But Eric, I think you were talking about this earlier. Like, it is something that like is a bright spot in the day. Gets me out of my head. It's a thing that it's a refreshing thing. If you do it for a while, it definitely flips over and becomes fun and good.
Yeah, it really is nice. There's something nice about it. I'll say the marathon runs under my window, and because it wasn't last year, I forgot about it. And then I was like, the day of the marathon, I was like literally like trying to make coffee, and I was to the cheers of like thousands of people. It was really fun all day to be like medium depressed, putzing around my apartment, hearing people like, "You can do it!
Oh.
Yeah, you're almost there."
I like medium depressed.
Because I'm like trying to find my
fun.
second sock,
You're like stolen valoring encouragement.
Yeah, I'm like, you're right. I can do it.
Nice. That's nice.
It looks like we might be having some technical issues on Facebook, but that's okay. To our YouTube crowd, we are here. And we should get this show started, huh?
Let's do it. Let's get it going with our first character. What do you say? Very excited for this first character. Something that I think I assume I was this at one point. So please welcome out your dumbass boyfriend's next big idea.
Babe, I can tell something's wrong. What is it? I'm listening. I'm obsessed with my bad idea of dinner time Pop-Tarts. My bad idea invention of a dinner time Pop-Tarts is taking over and ruining our relationship. Samantha, supper slabs are happening. I'm all in on supper slabs. But all of that doesn't matter now. What matters is us. Listen to the jingle one more time. Grab a slab and eat with haste. A flatbread filled with chicken paste. A 3-course meal that's toaster popped with gravy, icing spread on top. Supper slabs. It's a 3-course meal in a fucking slab, Samantha. I'm going to be the next goddamn Willy Wonka of pastries. And then you can finally quit your dead-end job making affordable insulin. Listen, Samantha, getting fired from my dentist job for being a very bad dentist was the best thing that ever happened to me. And then coming up with my $1 trillion guarantee supper slab idea was also the best thing that ever happened to me. And then meeting you was really cool. And relationships are about compromise. I mean, you leave the toothpaste out on the sink. I'm using the spare bedroom to perfect a viscous meatloaf puree that doesn't make people very, very sick. That's a compromise. Listen, I just need another 2 or 3 years max. And then we can have kids or whatever it was you wanted to do. Listen, all I have to do is figure out why no one wants them and why they taste like shit, and then we're good. What did you just say? I'm an obsessive sociopathic man-child reinventing Hot Pockets? Take that back. Take the Hot Pocket part back. Hot Pockets are thick. Slabs are flat. Thick, flat, thick, flat. And before you even bring it up, I did not embarrass myself on Shark Tank, okay? Mark Cuban embarrassed himself on Shark Tank. Sam, wait, what about the good times? You remember Miami? We made love on the moonlight in the beach. And you said to me, I think I'm falling in love with you. And then I said to you, what if there were seasonal flavors like Thanksgiving dinner? And then you whispered, I listened to this shit on the entire plane ride down. Please don't do this right now. You know, good times. Look, I get it. Our apartment smells like when you walk into a Panera Bread and you can tell it's not a very clean Panera Bread. And we fit our Chihuahua slab scraps, and now her feet don't touch the ground. And yeah, I denied it then, but the other day when we were making love, I did call you Slabantha. But in my defense, you were making a flat, rectangular face. Sam, wait! Man. Smell this. It's a beaver's anal gland. It's used for vanilla flavoring, and it's our goddamn secret weapon for coconut shrimp slabs. Your great aunt's ring, I sold it for the anal gland. I want to buy you a ring. Slab money. I want to build us a slab mansion. I want to be the hero who gives the world savory evening strudels in flavors like chicken carbonara, fish and chips with a tartar sauce top glaze, spaghetti and meat paste, Caesar salad puree, soup. And then, right after I become president of the United Slabs of Chris, renamed after me, then I can focus on this relationship. Is that too much to ask? She's gone. I think I might be stupid.
Hey, Feurer.
Eric Feurer, everybody.
I love that black outline.
Supper slabs.
Might be my favorite of yours.
Now, this strikes me as something you thought of, and then we're like, maybe. And then eventually we're like, this is something I can write a character about.
Yeah, let me tell you that this is a 100,000% in college, the thing that I thought was going to make me rich.
Yes. This isn't a character. This is a documentary of a different time in your life.
No, it really was. I was poorer than the poorest person at my college for a large majority of it, to the point where I was known as my friends. That I used to make a dinner that my friends colloquially termed casserole, which was made up of $5 store items: mashed potatoes, chicken nuggets, a bag of frozen vegetables, stuffing, and then like a sauce.
You feed a whole family.
And I would make it all together into an casserole, normally like barbecue sauce on top. Casserole. And so I was like, go ahead.
I was going to say, your insides must have been fully rotten.
That was it, dude. Shit was not okay. And I was like,
especially if you were like partying as well as that was your fuel, you were just like, insides were goo.
Yeah, you're running on empty.
When I said I had no money, I had just enough money to buy a 30 rack of Genesee cream ale every Thursday. Like, oh God, horrible.
Sorry, cream ale?
Genesee cream ale was the cheapest beer at our college. It was $12.30 for a 30 pack of Genesee cream ale.
Yes.
And it was horrible. And that's what we drank. Horrible. Oh my God, horrible.
I mean,
Anyway,
see, we lived. My college was in a town with a big brewery scene, so beer prices were depressed. So when I was there, you could get a 30 rack of Keystone Light for $10.
Whoa!
We did this thing. There was this French card game that someone had that got on when they studied abroad called Neilborn. It's like an old game that people played, and it was like about like racing or something. We said let's do 1,000. It was like 1,000 miles, I think. We were like, let's see how long it takes to get to 1,000 Keystones, and it took like 2 months. We were like, oh shit, we thought this was gonna be like a semester long thing.
That is horrible.
Do you think we should keep the show going?
Yeah, let's do it.
Would that be crazy?
This is the content they want to hear.
It's true. Yeah, this is the good stuff.
We should say though, before we move on, if you like the show, please throw us a donation into our business Venmo at Characters Welcome on Venmo. It's a business Venmo. New policy, new thing we're doing. If you throw it to us during the show, we will shout you out on the show. So please, drop that tip. The money goes to the performers.
Confetti.
We'll say whatever you want us to say.
Yeah, we'll say whatever you want us to say, and that is the kind of money that keeps Eric from drinking the mashed potato sluice that he was eating in college.
It was so bad, dude.
Yeah.
I was in trouble. I was in bad trouble.
You must have been a human fart for most of your time in college. Just living ass gas is what I imagine.
Some things never change.
Yeah.
Speaking of living ass gas, no. I'm very excited for this next character. Please welcome to the rectangle a moth in the front row at Fashion Week.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yum. Delicious. That silk blouse, delectable. What? You've never seen a moth in the front row at Fashion Week before? Philistines. You know, people think I'm gross. They think I'm too flappy, weirdly fluffy. They like to pretend I have no taste, but little do they know, I've tasted everything on this runway. Ugh, polyester, are you joking me? Disgusting. What? I'm clearly talking about the culottes and not your sister, Gigi. Models. And they say I'm covered in powder. I'm talking about cocaine. I see Butterfly is here. People love Butterfly. She's so pretty and so colorful. Her wing looks like an eye. That's not creepy at all. I think she's a tacky bitch. You know? And she's definitely had work done. She goes away for 2 weeks. She comes back looking like that, expects us to believe she was in a pupa. Give me a break. And the number of your surgeon, am I right? Oh, that's very last season. I'm told. I wasn't here, obviously. And I will be dead in the bottom of a wardrobe before the next one. So. Oh, what? Swat me, Gigi. It's not my fault your golf vest is so scrumptious. Gigi, you know what? I don't like you. You're like a centipede. You're all legs and no substance. What was that? Like a moth to a flame. Okay, that's an offensive stereotype and you know it. You know what? I've seen enough here. I have the menu for my 5-month birthday bash. We're all going to gather around a light bulb, literally bash into it for hours. I can't wait. Come on, Cake Moth, we're leaving.
Yeah, Kathy,
yes.
everybody.
Kathy, man, you're
Hi.
Hello.
so fun.
Kathy, tell us where you're coming at us from.
London, England.
Absolutely.
Wow.
What time is it?
Very fancy. Oh shit! It is late.
It's
there
1:20
right
a.m.
Yes.
Holy shit. I'm so sorry. We could have gotten you on at 1:15, but we had to talk about John Arbuckle sucking.
I'm like holding my eyes open.
Oh,
great.
man.
Oh,
It's great.
Kathy.
Worth
Well,
it.
thank
I
you
love
for
it.
being here.
Well, not to absolutely trash the London comedy scene, but we don't really have like character stuff. So,
Really?
no, well, not really. I mean, I haven't found it, but there aren't like character nights. They're like,
No.
it's very.
Could you tell us about the London comedy scene? I feel like
Yeah, I would
that's
love
something
that.
I only hear. No, I mean that seriously. I only hear little
Yeah,
bits
yeah.
and pieces about it from people. Like, what's it
Um,
like for someone who does what you do?
Oh, weird, really weird. It's like
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
London. I mean, but maybe that's true. Sorry, that's awful. I thought that was.
No, I love
it's
it.
great.
Good.
It looks really great.
This perfect.
There we go.
Thank you. Bigger.
More,
bigger.
come on.
Bigger, more.
London. It's like very stand-uppy. I feel like we have a real tradition of like, just it's like the back of pubs, and there's a lot of men. It is getting better. It is getting better. I don't mean to like really.
Oh, there's a lot of men in the comedy scene. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
have you
can't
heard
imagine.
this thing that men do comedy. It's really weird.
Personally, I'm against it. Yay, men doing comedy.
Yeah.
Honestly, good for them. Okay, men are
Good for them.
funny, and we
Let's
need to
celebrate
show them
these days for them. They need like an outlet.
Well, let me ask you this: the LA comedy scene to me feels very like there's a lot of like a couple high level shows, and then a lot of like very open micy things. New York traditionally has always been like there's just a ton of shows, a lot of ladder. You can sort of climb your way up. Is London more like New York or LA?
More like New York for sure. It's very much
cool.
like there. It feels like there's tiers. Like it feels like you do a bit, you do like the shit, and then you kind of earn your place. I swear a lot, and I never ask it.
Good.
Am I allowed to swear?
I don't know if
No.
you were here, but we talked about cum earlier. You're absolutely
Oh, I did hear that. Sorry, I forgot.
Swearing in your accent is like nice. It's like
actually
nicer.
beautiful,
It's
yeah.
like
Really
better than
beautiful.
our normal words. So
It sounds better than me using my Baltimore accent for all of its worth to say jizz and shit.
I say jizz.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beautiful.
God.
I'm gonna name my daughter.
Jizz.
What you
Jizz, darling.
said.
Is in an English accent.
Jizz. Do you say spunk as well? We're just doing slang now.
We don't say
Absolutely.
spunk.
Not
Really.
really.
That's more like 80s. I feel like spunk is what people said, but not. It's better. I think it's better.
So comedy
Can
and
you-
coming aside, I just want to know, Kathy, what have you been doing to have fun?
Generally, like drinking and going out.
Yeah.
Drinking, yeah, hell yeah.
That tracks.
I just feel like I don't know how stuff is over there. Well, it's getting worse over here again now. But like, but in the summer, stuff opened up again, and I was just like, God.
Yeah, we're pretty normal in New York. We're pretty pretending like everything's normal, but we still got masks on.
Well, like requiring everyone to be vaccinated in order to
That's
enter
true.
a building is like
That's
has
true.
been a great equalizer, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to this pub in Manchester that had a capacity of 16,000.
What? Oh my God. That's a bad idea.
Are you sure that was a club and not a town?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That was like a little village that I went to.
That was a village. Holy shit.
It was so intense. Like I was so excited. I mean, I had a great time, but when I arrived, I literally was like, I'm gonna have a panic attack. This is so full on.
16,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Meet me. I'm in the back. Come.
No,
Yeah.
that was the thing. You literally couldn't. If you like lost someone, it was like, well, goodbye forever.
Yeah, later. See ya.
Wow.
Can
That's
you help me?
amazing.
I've been in this club for 6 weeks.
Yeah,
I can't
there's
find my
5
way out.
people.
Do you have anything you want to promote? You have any shows coming up?
Yes, but I'm doing a show. Well, that's my Instagram.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram. Doing a
Happy
show in
to be
Amsterdam soon. If anyone's in Amsterdam, at Boom
Mhm.
Chicago.
Very cool.
There. So. come
Love
see.
Boom Chicago. Very cool.
Yeah. Have you been?
I haven't been, but I know people that have gone and performed
yeah.
there and then come back.
Yeah, it's like a weird
and they-
little like outpost of American comedy in
That's fun.
Amsterdam.
I've never been to Amsterdam, but it strikes me. I'm so curious to see how that works, having all these American performers there, because all the people that do it talk about it like, yeah, we just partied and did shows. I was like, does the crowd go there and just like take it in, or like it just seems so funny to me.
Yeah, I'm not an expert. I think there's a lot of like expats. There's a lot of just like English speakers and Americans and Brits in Amsterdam that I think go. But yeah, so that's soon. Come to that if you're in Amsterdam, anyone?
I mean, that's so fun. But yeah, Kathy, thank you so much for staying up late. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much.
So good.
Go to bed, Kathy.
Good night.
Let us know if you come over our way. Great to meet you.
Will do. Bye.
Bye. That was great.
Awesome.
That's so much fun. That's great.
Very
that she stayed up for this. I love that.
That's great. I've never been to England.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. I've been a couple times. It's nice over there. But we also, like, when I was running a show here in the U.S. at the UCB, we had a lot of British comedians come through. It was always like these like people who are like wildly famous in London, in England. It would come through and just play our show and just be. It's just. I was like, thank you for
being like, sorry for our audience. Yeah.
It's not like the audience was bad. The audience loved it and it was good. But I'm like, you would play like a 400 seat room and you're playing the UCB theater here. So it's like, that's cool. Yeah. That's why I was so curious about the scene there, because there are like some Americans that sort of do it. There's a comedian named Alex Edelman who's actually just doing a special, I think, like this week. He was just like a regular New York guy here, but went over there and like hit and like was doing full hours and had a real audience there. Yeah.
Wow, maybe that's what I need to do, because I'm
leave the country. Yeah.
Maybe that's what I need to do. Find your people. Check some of the YouTube views. See where your videos, what country they're hitting the most in, because it tracks that, and you can just head over to wherever that is.
I'll just go to wherever the fuck that is. Yeah, it's really fun to look at the comments and be like, they're like 75% like, this is really funny, and 25% like, I'm gonna buy a knife and find where he lives.
Oh my god!
Well, stay away from that, wherever that place.
I don't know, Eric. I never get those.
It's something you're doing. So weird. I don't know what I'm doing that people. What did they? Somebody said that this is multiple comments have said that my comedy it's blurst. Have you heard this before?
No.
What does that
blurst mean? Content is a combination of blessed and cursed, which means I'm happy I got to solve this once and I want to see this
never want to see it again. That makes sense.
Blurst. That's sort of the way up, though, I think.
Yeah, that's it. Get that blurst content going. Speaking of blurst, we got to move on the show. I think we got to move on.
Let's do it.
So too.
Really excited for this next character. The leaves are turning, shit's changing. I'm told we're about to see something magical, something very special. Please welcome to the Rectangles, a pile of leaves.
Schönes Mädchen, komm doch noch rüber. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nie wieder. Komm schon, schönes Mädchen, komm doch mal her.
Hey! Look at me, I'm a pile of leaves. I'm sort of the unofficial mascot of fall. Right up there with rotten pumpkins and Pete Davidson humping increasingly famous women. Now, normally I'm just laying in the gutter outside of your New York apartment, but I wanted to get on here on the internet, in between these goobers on here, the little apple fights, to give you a public service announcement about the truth behind leaf piles. Now, are you ready? Because this is going to rock your autumnal worlds. Stay away from leaf piles. I know it's huge, but we are trash. We're trash. When a leaf hits the ground in New York City, it becomes garbage. I don't care if it's a pretty red leaf that looks like a Montauk sunset. It is capital G garbage once it touches the ground. Okay? That's it. Take that in. When you playfully throw a bunch of leaves in your partner's faces, ha, what a cute Instagram moment. Well, You might as well be throwing a handful of old Dorito bags and use dental floss into their face. Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do to your love? Honestly, how hard is this to understand? Am I crazy, Eric, Sarah? You rubbing leaves all over your faces when you go out on the streets in New York City?
I mean, I like to crunch on them, and
I like to crunch on them
time to time.
You pick them up. Okay, you're bringing trash into your life. The pile of leaves that you love to jump in the park, 80% dog shit. 80%. That's a fact. That's coming from an actual pile. This is 80%. That's right. It's like gross little poodle poops with a healthy smattering of stray cat piss, ultimate frisbee, bro, sweat, and mosquito orgies. You ever seen? Are you familiar with a mosquito orgy? It's like all the mosquitoes just having sex. I got one going on right here by my neck. It's they are highly erotic bugs, despite their annoying qualities. Now, I feel like I tell this to you humans every year, but then I see you let leaves fall all over your face and body like you're in some sort of mid-90s beer commercial. Think about it. Leaves by themselves are gross. They are dandruff. If there was a big pile of old human skin sitting on the street, would you be gathering it up to make a little collage for your kids? No, I don't think so. And besides, the trees are laughing at you. Here's the secret. Leaves are trees' pubes. Come on, think about it. You ever dive into a pile of pubes? Let me know if you find one, you sick fucks, but it's gross. And listen, I'm not even being selfish. If I were clean, I'd let everybody jump around in me. It'd be a freaking romper room. Roll around naked for all I care, you fall freaks. But this is the real world. So, fair warning, if you actually do this, you're going to end up with scabies, butt rashes, and chronic scarecrow neck. That's just where it's going to be. Now, I know this can be real heartbreaking for you autumn heads out there, but I just saved you from having to tell your parents at Thanksgiving that you've got a bad case of tree chlamydia.
Yes.
Justin Tyler! This is
Very
one
good.
of my favorite costumes yet, Justin.
It's nice.
Thank you.
The sides are really making it for me.
Yeah, it sort of has one of those like Russian little hats that people wear.
Oh, yeah, it's really nice.
Almost like a little.
I want to talk about this. Is I want to give ourselves a little mini under the wig kind of session here. I want to talk about your blackout joke first.
Okay.
I want to chat about it. I think that it's very interesting where it's like there's different ways to unpack that joke. We know we're gonna do like some type of fall or autumn tree STD, right?
Yep.
I feel like as a comedy joke writer, there's like 3 options for that kind of joke.
Yeah.
Great.
There is.
Can I say one?
There's let me just say in the most general terms, there's like a pun, right? Mm-hmm. There's a misdirect, and then there's like an anti-joke, I think. Right. Like an anti-pun or an anti-joke. I think you chose like an anti-joke. You were like you were earlier, you were like, you're gonna get scarecrow neck or this or tree chlamydia, which feels like like a one joke, right?
Yeah, my thinking was trying to find. Then it brings it. I was trying to bring it back to you, the person. I feel like I talked about myself the whole time, and then put it on you, and then get to. I sort of talked about sex things a little bit, and then to put it on there as a one-off sort of untouched. Because the other thing to do is do a callback, and I was like, I could try to work in a callback here, but I was like, no, I want to sort of land hard on something that we know is a thing. And then the selection of chlamydia, Sarah, you said you had some other options. That there's a range there where you have to be.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
picky.
what I want to talk about.
I thought you were going to say an S3D.
Ooh. And I was thinking syphilis or syphilis.
See, that's good. That's very good. But I would argue those are both great paper jokes. But when you say them, it's like, what did you actually just say?
Yeah, what is that? That is, and so the other one being like a misdirect could be like hepatitis B, where the B stands for bark or something like that, right?
Oh, like, and then
we got to walk. Yeah, very interesting.
the other thing that went into my thinking there is doing like a hard sort of New York, Brooklyn-y accent. Tree chlamydia.
There it
just
is.
like that's how that won out against any other sort of like
well, I like tree chlamydia. I think that's a good joke because it is like you were doing so much like something from Autumn side, something from Gross side, and that was like that's the purest form of like I'm not gonna try to be fucking I'm not throwing glitter on this. You're gonna get tree chlamydia.
Yeah, it's the coming to the point, the finest point of all of it is maybe a way to dress it up a little bit. But it's funny because of the nature of this show, and it's always like, oh, I try to write a new character every week, and that means it's like the deadline's there, so it's always, and I like that. I'm like challenging myself to do that as a mostly to your point, Eric, as a joke writing exercise, and I'm less conscious of it as I'm writing. We're way too deep in here now. I'm less conscious as I'm writing it, but only then when I'm saying it am I like, oh, that's why I put that there. That's why I felt like that was the right thing to do. Yeah.
It's really interesting. I could fucking hear people unpack like single jokes forever. I am obsessed with that shit, dude. I love that.
Especially jokes that you laugh at and you don't know why. Those are the ones I'm always like, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah, what was that? Yeah. So interesting. Okay, sorry to freaking nerd out, but
we just nerded out. And now we're about to get freaked out.
What?
Ooh.
Please welcome our next character, the daughter of the girl from The Ring.
Yeah!
Oh my God.
I found you. And scene. Hi, I'm Samantha Osario Morgan, but you can call me Sammy. And this is my audition tape for Juilliard's drama BFA program. Some of you might recognize me or think that I look familiar. I am, in fact, the daughter of Samara Osario Morgan, or the girl that climbs out of the well in The Ring. Some of you are like, I didn't know she had a daughter. She did. It's me. I'm here. I guess even vengeful spirits get lonely sometimes. But some of you also might be thinking, wow, she's gotten ahead because she has a famous mom. No. Surprisingly, she's not very supportive of my acting dreams. She's all like, you have to go possess random people's souls and take over the family business. You know how overbearing spirit moms can be. But that's a story for my therapist and not the Juilliard selection committee. So I'll give you a quick peek into my warm-up routine and then I'll jump into it. Mommy made me kill random people. Mommy made me kill random people. Mommy made me kill random people. The monologue I have prepared for you today is an excerpt from the classic movie Clueless. So I chose this piece to really show my range as an actor. Because of my background, I really want to try to avoid being typecast into horror, true crime, or psychological thrillers that are binged by bored white women. So, okay, like the Haitians need to come to America, but people are all, what about this brain on our resources? Oh my God. So sorry. I'm just getting over a cold. I don't usually sound like this. Besides this tape, I also I did mail you a copy of my resume and my headshot, and I'm sorry if it's like still a little damp. Like I do live in a well. But as you can see on my resume, I have a lot of prior acting experience. In the community theater production of Sweeney Todd, I played the role of Corpse. I was in The Addams Family, where I reprised my role of Corpse. And most recently, I was part of the Little Shop of Horrors cast, where I was the understudy for Audrey and Corpse. So for my final part of my audition, I'm going to do a dance. Yes, I am a triple threat, singing, acting, and killing you if you watch that tape. Just kidding. But I do have a choreographed dance prepared for you today. So let me just hit play. Thank you so much. When will I hear back about your final decision? In 7 days?
Yeah.
Jolie Dudley, everybody!
Jolie Dudley.
Wow, holy shit.
Wow, this sent me back to recording college audition tapes in my living room, which is around the time that this movie came out.
Whoa. That was scary at points. Would you? Eric, you seem legitimately worried.
Yeah, I was yeah, I just don't know. I don't know where the joke ends and reality begins, you know what I mean? I don't like this kind of shit.
Do you watch horror movies, Jolie?
I do. I didn't like them growing up. I was really scared. I was convinced that my house growing up was haunted. Oof. And was like not into it because I had a younger sister who was like, she never wanted to be by herself, and she had like night terrors where she would just like wake up in the middle of the night and like scream. And I was like, why do I need to waste time watching a horror movie when like we're in a haunted house?
When I'm living one.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Did anything else creepy happen?
No, it was just an older house.
Okay.
Yeah, just an older house, like creaks and stuff. But
an old house is scary in its own way.
Yeah.
I have
from a structural standpoint.
I have a very quick story is that when my mother and I moved into a house when I was in like middle school, and she got one of her friends from church when she was like, she got really into going to church, like helped us out. And, and that's the story. And he helped us move into an ancient, old, shitty fucking house. And we were taking stuff up into the attic, and it was like him and then my mom and then me, like taking boxes up into the attic. And like the third trip up, he stopped halfway up the attic, and he literally put the box down on the stairs and turned around and went, "I'm really sorry. I have to leave." And my mom was like, "What?" And he said, "I'm really sorry. They don't want me up here." And he fucking he left.
No.
I swear to God. Swear to God.
That's kind of shit where like, so you have to say, if you're him, you have to say a little bit more, because that's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. Just him saying that. And now all of us.
He just not want to carry the rest of the boxes up.
Yeah,
he was like, "I'm really sorry, my back hurts, and you and beer and pizza is not payment enough for this." Yeah, yeah, it was horrible. What's your favorite horror movie that you've seen?
Oh, favorite one? I don't know. We like last year Halloween season, my partner and I watched a lot of horror movies that were taken from like the vantage point of like a handheld camera. So those were kind of cool. But we recently watched a really scary one that just came out. It's called Host. And it takes place, it just came out. It takes place all over a Zoom call, and they do like a Zoom seance, and then they're like all
oh my God,
like, spooked out and stuff. It was good. It was real short. It was like under an hour, but it was good.
It feels very Paranormal Activity, which scared the absolute shit out of me.
Yeah, that movie was made all during COVID. It's all like fully separate.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was actually legit scary is awesome.
Yeah, it was. There was like multiple times where we like screamed.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good. Check it out. This is an ad.
This is what you're promoting, right? You get to promote one thing.
I'm not in it. They didn't like this audition.
Truly, your piece is awesome. When your frame first appeared on the screen, I was truly arresting. So shouts to that.
Yeah, it was really good. Did you go as this for Halloween by any chance?
No. So on Halloween, I was the MC and judge of a dog costume contest.
Stop.
Scary.
Oh my god.
Wait, will you bring me the jacket really quick? I made a jacket, and so my dog was a bumblebee, and then I made a jacket out of fake flowers.
Oh
my! Wow.
Was the
That
dog
is so
was
good.
it Midsommar?
No, I was just a bouquet of flowers, but
Oh my god,
Midsommar if you're spooky, I guess.
that is so cute.
Yeah,
That
it was
is the cutest thing in the world. That is so great.
Wow.
Did you win? Oh, wait, you were hosting.
I chose the winner. It was the winner was 2 dogs and then 2 humans did like a group costume, and they were Ted Lasso. Like from the show. They like went all out. It was
They really did it.
I
That's so
that.
cute. That's so fun.
That's awesome.
Do you have anything to plug, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I non-spooky run a monthly dog-friendly variety show in New York. It's called Must Love Dogs and Comedy.
Where
That's
is
incredible.
It's at a dog-friendly cafe, Boris and Horton in like, Avenue A area.
That's
awesome.
amazing.
So cool.
I will be at the next one. That is amazing. I love that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your character. It was awesome. Your costume and everything looks so great. That was so much fun.
Thanks.
Bye, Joey.
Awesome. See you. Great to see you.
Amazing.
Oh, that
Very
was
cool.
great.
Yeah. It was a
Sorry, I
pretty
have to leave. They don't want me.
Oh god, that's so scary.
That's fucked up.
I literally hate that he did that.
I can't believe that shit. Though it does make me want to do that to someone and just see what happens.
That's how you can get out of any engagement that you don't want to be a part of.
Yeah.
You can just be like, I'm really sorry, but they don't want me.
I have to leave. They don't want me here.
It has to be in an attic or a basement, though. I think you can't just do that when you're going to like a party at the park.
You can't just be like at brunch at fucking 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah. They don't want me here. You don't see them. Oh, the ghost waiters who were undertipped last week. Speaking of undertipped, please throw us some cash at our Venmo. We did get a donation, a tip from an audience member, a friend of the show, Balya Jansene, threw us another. Yes.
Cash money. How do I hold it?
I didn't know.
That's the second week in a row. Come on now, Balya. Thank you so much for your tip.
Here's what his note is this time. Just tell me I'm funny, each of you.
Balya, you're
Whoa. Balya, let me tell you, Balya was taking my Sarah and I's character workshop. Balya, you have some fantastic characters. You have some freaking bangers, my guy, and I can't wait to see some more of what you do. You're very funny.
Balya, I don't know you super well. I've only met you recently, but every time I've seen you perform, it's been funny. And at the last show, These Are Not My Words, I think you did my character, my written words.
Wow.
So you know I'm into that.
Love that character.
Fantastic. So funny. Sarah, say Balya's funny.
I did first.
Oh,
yeah.
But I'll say it again. Balya, you're funny.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
So throw in your cash. We'll say whatever you want. It helps if we have some evidence, some research to back it up in that case. But please hit us up. And Balya shouts, "Don't go near the water." Not sure what he means.
But at any rate, really excited. Let's bring out our next guest. I'm so excited for this next person. I don't know. I got into a lot of reading over quarantine. I read all sorts of smutty stuff. I'm really excited. This next character you might recognize from an airport an airport book rack. I don't know, your aunt's weird room they're not allowed to go in. Please welcome to the record, a man on the cover of a romance novel.
Yeah.
So ein schönes Mädchen, komm doch mal rüber. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nie wieder.
Hello, it is me, the man from the cover of a romance novel. Yes, I am Italian, I am a ripped, and I am here to seduce you. But I should tell you, I have been a sexy my whole life, and have never had to try hard. So I do things a little differently. First, I will lay you down on a bed of wild flowers and rub my boner into your hip bone way too hard over your jeans. Do you like that? No? Weird, it feels so good for me. Then I will run my hands through your hair and pull it. But I don't pull it in the back. I pull it right in the front. If that does not make you wet, my darling, do not worry. I will assume you have a personal problem. Oh, yes. Now that we are done with literally all of the foreplay, it is time for us to get naked. Yes. Instead of getting up, I will wiggle my pants down to my ankles, and then you will help me, even though you are trapped underneath my enormous body. And then I will let you take your own clothes off, because I am a feminist. Feminist. I don't know how you say. Next, I will give you the oral pleasure of going down on me. Yes. And then I will go down on you if I am not too tired. Yes. One moment my lips will be on your thigh, then on your lips, then for some reason back on your thigh. I don't want to brag, but I am so good at this that no woman has ever asked me to do it twice. Oh, yes. Now that you have come a whole bunch, I assume, it is time for us to have a sex for way too long. Yes. We will do all kinds of uncomfortable positions that showcase my strength, like standing up or missionary, but on the edge of the bed, so I'm standing up. Yes. And then, when we are done, I will throw the condom right onto your floor, even though your trash can is right fucking there. Oh, are you ready, my darling? Because we're about to make somebody's aunt come a super hard.
Oh, yeah. That's so funny. I literally forgot the black outline is the ant. That's
Eric,
so
you nailed
funny.
it. You nailed it with that intro.
I should remember, because that whole piece is about me, right, Sarah?
I wrote it before I met you, unfortunately.
But you hit every mark, though. You hit every mark.
I would just say they can have sex for way too long, probably, right? Yeah.
Sure.
I like you say can.
Yeah, not will. Can.
Yeah. Can.
Yeah.
Stevie, really great comment here. Judging by the accent, Gloria, the Italian grandmother weather woman, had that grandbaby after all. That's great.
It's all a continuum. The
It's a
Characters
cinematic-
Welcome Extended Universe.
Yeah,
Yes.
the cinematic universe, the
Absolutely.
Characters
Building
Welcome
a
verse.
family.
Which is kind of fun, the idea that there is a universe where all these characters exist together. For example, just superhero wise, we have a Batman, we have a Joker villain, and we have a Joker as well.
And I'm Wonder Woman, who's a drunk girl at Comic-Con.
And you have a Wonder Woman. We are really building the superhero world.
We really are.
This will eventually expand into a line of comic books that will become wildly famous. That's
our end game for sure. Yeah, Working Glass.
I do just want to point out that someone said I look like Tommy Wiseau, who is the star of Room. The Room.
Yeah. Yes.
The hair was.
The hair is.
Yeah. You're really getting it.
The idea of a man indignantly throwing a condom onto the floor it's frustrating to me that happens.
Oh, it's frustrating for you, Justin.
As I'm saying,
it's frustrating for you.
I can't imagine what it's like to have it happen. Just viewing it, hearing about it, I'm like, oh my God, that is monstrous.
I'll be honest, it made me gayer. It really did. I came out as bisexual. It really is.
You're like, this can't happen.
Do you know what's funny is when you look in your past work and you try to see like, were there any clues? And then I realized that in like 5 years ago, I made a web series about why sex with men is bad.
Right.
Let me also say, just to add to that, Sarah cast me in that.
I did cast you in it. Absolutely.
I was in that web series.
You were in that web series. You were the guy that ate my ass for 20 minutes before he did anything else to me.
Yummy.
Absolutely.
Now that's the confetti we've been waiting for. That's the way confetti is meant to be.
You know?
Call me John Arbuckle. Somebody's ass is getting eaten. If it's not mine, it's yours. There it is.
There.
Nothing against ass eating. It wasn't the first move I expected. You know? Maybe a tender kiss.
Well, he kissed your bottom.
That is true.
Lips.
My Arbuckle special.
Let me throw out bottom lips is a real ongoing thing that we discuss a lot.
You've said something. You have that. There it is, right there. You have that joke, Justin, in one of your pieces. I know you do. You have a joke about like barfing out of your bottom mouth or something like that. I'm not a prude about it. I'm just saying the way you said it was very funny to me, and it's something that I think we should really have enter our. Hey, Sarah, I'm really into this. I'm really having a good time. Yeah. Don't worry. This is all going to be about your pleasure.
This is me having sex with a woman for the first time. Is that good?
This is so good.
Are we doing it right?
I want a 20-minute clock on your butthole scene that you were just doing, Eric.
That is funny. Yes, Stevie. Jorge really does have his finger on the button for that John Arbuckle pick. Like literally, he's got a big red like. Get Arbuckled.
Yeah, you don't need two keys to turn that on. It's very easy.
Folks, we have horrible news. We've got good news. We've got bad news. It's time to share a couple things. One, we have one final character.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's true.
Which is exciting and good. I'm excited to see another character. But as we all know, that means that we are ringing the bell. The floor is closed. There is no more comedy tonight. You cannot buy or sell any trades of comedy tonight. We're freezing it. We're locking it. Right after this, you need to drink a cold glass of water to unhorn yourself up on comedy and go to bed.
Yeah, nothing takes away pure sexual fire than a glass of cold water. Take it down and end it, because this fun is over right after this.
The comedy is over after this. No more smiling. Save those muscles. Yeah.
I love the way this is really developed as
it's the new second beat. You got so upset that we used to do this bit, so I'm leaning into the opposite of it. No more comedy.
Yeah, it is funny. I didn't like that, and now I don't like this. So I've truly been proven wrong. I've been hoisted by my own petard.
Boy.
Let's welcome out our final character.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
let's welcome something that I certainly have been, and perhaps all of us here in these rectangles. Please welcome out a theater major after first semester.
Whoa!
Mother, father, beloved siblings, and gran. Your youngest returns home after his first semester as a theater major at NYU Tisch. Oh, happy Christmas, Mom and Dad. Happy Christmas, Gran. Oh, happy Christmas, Kimberly and Samuel. No, I've always spoken this way. Oh, apologies for my tardiness. Oh, I was greatly afeared I wouldn't make it home for Christmas Eve. My commute was absolutely nightmarish. Suppose you see Penn Station's tiled floors thrumming with echoes of snow-booted feet. Hear shrieks and moans from tongues of many lands, yearning for freedom and journey complete. That was improvised Shakespearean verse. Anyway, all's well that ends well. I'm here. Why are you all staring at me? Oh, yes, Samuel, I know we're from Baltimore. No, Sammy, NYU ain't making me gay. You're ignorant. But we mustn't bicker. The light in me acknowledges the light in you. I learned that studying yoga and movement class. Oh, yes, Mama. Oh, no eggnog for me, thank you. The dairy encourages the production of mucus in the vocal tract. And someone has to do a Christmas carol when they get back. Oh, I will honor Christmas in my heart. I will try to keep it all the year. Christmas time be praised, I say on bended knee. Yes, that is Ebenezer Scrooge, the lead, and I'm a freshman. Yes, Gran, I do think it's very promising that I'm playing a white Englishman in his 60s, and I think, oh, where are you all going? Oh, yes, stage left into the den for the traditional opening of one Christmas gift before Christmas morn. Oh, let me present mine first. Quiet your cell phones, please. Here, Mother. Oh, yes, fine linen handkerchiefs with a little strawberry embroideries, just like in the play Othello. Well, I'm so glad you like them, but it is actually pronounced handkerchief. Handkerchief? No, it is Mama. Sorry, let's take that again. Mother, my speech teacher trained at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts in London, where the Shakespeare comes from. Oh, your turn, Father. Here you are. Go ahead, open it. Yes, what is it? It's a dance belt. Oh, what is it for? Why, it's to support your genitalia during rigorous activity. Changed my life. No, Kimberly, it's not lingerie. I would not buy a... No, Kim, I didn't buy a dad a jockstrap because I'm gay now. One, it's not a jockstrap. Two, you're ignorant. I'm sorry, Kimberly. Everyone, let me make amends, dear sister. Here's your gift. There. Yes. I remembered you like wigs. It's a versatile bob cut. You can use it for Sally Bowles in Cabaret, Velma Kelly in Chicago, or spray it orange for an Oompa Loompa if you're in a pinch. You're welcome. What's that, Gran? How long till dinner? Oh, thank you, 10. No, Father, that was not a weird thing to say. It's professional standard. No, I don't think I'm too good for this family. No, I don't have anything I need to tell you. I'm not gay. You're ignorant. I'm sorry, Dad, everybody. I'm just not used to being away from home, and everything I'm learning is really challenging, and so I feel like I have to practice all the time to keep up. And, I love y'all. I'll do better, but I would appreciate your support. Okay. Thank you. Oh, it's my turn. Well, after my behavior, I sort of feel like I don't deserve a gift, but... A Riverside Shakespeare. This contains his complete works. Y'all know I wanted a PlayStation 5.
Yes.
Langston Darby, everybody.
Langston Darby.
Wow.
That's such a good piece. That's one of those characters that I am jealous I have not thought of. So good. I love it.
Really good.
Oh, thank you so much.
It was
also I felt like I sort of lived that as well. Perhaps you did too. So it really got me close.
I wasn't the worst. Well, worst. I wasn't the worst version of a theater kid because I didn't start until late in middle school, and I was never musical focused. But I had my moments coming back home of oh, what did you say? I didn't understand that. Sounds like you got marbles in your mouth. You fucking street urchin. Why don't you learn this? I never yeah.
I love that you said I started pretty late, end of middle school. I thought
that's that mentality though. It's that's the entertainment mentality. It's you got to start when you're 3, and that's pushing it.
I mean, it was so it was just very grounded in a nice way. It just felt like I was. It felt like I was watching a little short play, which I loved. It was really, really good.
It's great.
Oh, I can't shake it.
Am I the only non-theater major here?
Yes.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Interesting. What was your major?
I was an illustration major.
Oh, wow.
Still art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still art.
I would come home and critique the art. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
Wait, did you do theater though when you were in college?
No. I was in an a cappella group.
Wow.
That is, let me just say right now, that's not doing theater. Let's draw a line. Let's draw a line there.
Not theater, but
I took a different route, and yet here we all are.
It's true. I appreciate. When I went to college, I was a chemistry major. Had never acted in any way or been on a stage at all until I stumbled into this life.
Wow, God! If you could go back and have not done that, would you?
Fuck no. Chemistry major was a nightmare. I'm gonna be a chemist. I'm gonna be a funny chemist.
Chemistry is the class I prayed I got through.
Honestly, the world is probably safer that Justin is safely tucked in as a theater major instead of a chemist.
Yeah. I'm at the lab just what we need to do.
Oh, it's so funny. Go ahead, Sarah.
No, you go ahead, Eric.
Langston, is that a stock photo behind you, or is that a real photo of?
Oh, this is a stock photo snatched from the bowels of Google. So,
got you.
Right. And where are you coming at us from?
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
My apartment's this big.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this big.
Yeah.
Back to holes.
Just leave that green screen on, and it's like you've got a home.
I know.
Exactly.
Have you always in your time in New York, have you always lived in Manhattan?
No, up until the middle of 2019, I was in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, off 2 different apartments off the AC line, and I liked Bed-Stuy. I got really used to it, and then this opened up, and I was like,
might as well.
because it was close. it was close to all the auditions. And
Yeah, all
I
those
got
in-person auditions.
Yeah. And then I got into play at the end of 2019, and it closed before the new year. And then 2 months of auditioning, and then COVID happened. It's like I could have. Everything's virtual now. I could have lived in the fucking moon.
Could have. You could be luxuriating. I live right off the AC line out. I live on Crown Heights, just across. Love it out here.
I love ACE line. ACE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, that's so crazy. I was just talking about this earlier. Somebody last week had told me they had like their first in-person audition. Are they coming back? Have you had an in-person audition?
No, I had. In fact, I had another Zoom callback last week for a small role, which I got, and we'll be doing this weekend, filming this weekend.
Hey,
hello.
Yay!
Good for you. Good for you. That's
but I have not had it. I know they're happening though, but I have not had one yet.
Yeah.
Gonna happen.
I mean, honestly, I'm okay with not going to an in-person audition right now.
When you can, honestly, it's like we can like cut out a lot of bullshit, but eventually you do want to go in there. But it's like,
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. So you're filming something next week. That's so exciting. Do you have anything else you want to promote? Do you have any other shows coming up or anything?
Let's see. I might be doing this live.
Hell yeah.
With y'all.
Yes.
The live show. And those y'all who are in New York. So
we're trying to land that date, but that is true.
It might happen.
In our next show.
And you know, the thing about the thing about being an actor and talking about it too much is like everything you fucking do, especially when it's filmed or even if it's like VO and stuff, it's like, oh, it's gonna come out when it comes out. I can't tell.
Yeah.
It's gonna show up at some festival, or they're gonna put up the link one day, unless it's like Law and Order SVU, and they're like, it airs on this date, bitch. So just follow my Instagram that was up there.
Mariska Hargitay does not allow a late episode. Okay,
she does not fuck around. She wants.
They have a schedule. So yeah, I announce things on my social media. But yeah, right now it's like I'm just recording an audiobook soon for Penguin Random House. I'm not sure which one yet, but they sent me a contract and good stuff like that.
That's awesome. Congrats, working.
So we'll look out for you. I feel like the date for that next show, chat, if you want to come, put this softly in your books. We're trying to get it from pencil to pen, but December 5th, Sunday, December 5th.
Soft December 5th.
Soft December 5th. That would be the date, and we would love to see you there. Congratulations on booking and all your successes, and we'll see you around. That was so funny.
Such a fun piece, man.
Awesome.
I appreciate coming.
Bye.
Oh, what a dream. We did it again, folks.
We did it again.
We did it again. Just a reminder, everybody, you can subscribe to us on YouTube where there's a new video every week. We might bump that up to every 2 weeks because we got a bunch in the old.
No, you mean two a week, not every 2 weeks.
Yeah, sorry, I said every 2 weeks, but I meant 2 a week. We might be moving to a Monday and Friday schedule. You can check us out on TikTok where every Monday to Friday at 9 p.m. there's a new character dropping, which means it's 9:15. You can head over to our TikTok and watch whatever got put up there.
Yes.
We've got so much content. We've got so much content for you, and we're here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock.
And we have more coming, so stay close. Sarah's out of here. She's
Sarah
done.
is fucking done.
She's like, my contract ended at 9:12 later. Guys, we'll see you next week at 8 o'clock Eastern. Thank you so much. Good night.
Money.